comments. So thank you all so much for joining this fun Zoom, January 2024. And we are muting until we open up for questions and answers. And if you have a question before we can unmute, just type it in the chat and Sandy and I will remember to check that chat, won't we, Sandy?
Yeah.
Our next fun Zoom is February 10th. And so what we have today is we have Sandy who will be speaking on a couple of big deals, and Marie will be speaking as well on a couple of big issues. And then I will finish out the presentation. So we're going to start out with Sandy. Sandy, take it away. Sandy's our women's health nurse practitioner, and Marie is our naturopathic physician. And I am Roxanne, your retired hospice nurse.
Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see faces again. So as I so often do in these, I am going to start talking about our January product of the month, which this month is the MetaPWR blend. Now, I've learned, and we've all learned really over the last year, that the MetaPWR system helps you to live your most powerful life by supporting your metabolism, your energy, and your overall health on a cellular level. It's designed to be used as a system because each of the MetaPWR products offers a specialty, while it's also supporting and enhancing the benefits of the other products. So very quickly, knowing that MetaPWR blend is our product of the month, I'm just going to quickly review because some of you may be more familiar with that whole MetaPWR system than others. Just very quickly, the MetaPWR Advantage, which is the collagen, the marine collagen, which supports so much growth of tissues all through your body. MetaPWR Assist, which is a capsule that you can take before a meal to help slow that absorption of sugars and carbohydrates, and it helps to keep your glycemic index more balanced. And then lastly, the MetaPWR blend, which is the one that we can get free this month. And that actually in the system comes in several forms. If you're not someone who enjoys the oil, there are soft gels, there are beadlets that you can pop in your mouth throughout the day, and there's also, they call it a satiety gum. By chewing this gum, it helps to curb your cravings throughout the day. So if you're someone who enjoys gum and gets those sweet cravings in mid-afternoon, that gum can be super helpful. So that's when I talk about the MetaPWR system, that's what I'm talking about. So it's designed to use as a system. Remember that your metabolic and your biological age cannot be separated. As you age, so does your metabolic function. And so, as most of us have learned over the years, our metabolism influences our energy, our weight, body composition, even our cognitive performance, which is how well your brain performs every minute of the day. And the best news is that the stronger and the healthier your metabolic function is, the healthier you will feel from the inside out. And that's why I really love talking about this system. So as I was doing my research for today, I found right on our doTERRA Science blog, and this is, again, if you're not someone who searches around our website very often beyond ordering products, remember how robust this website is. And if you click on one of the little bars above, I don't know if it says discover or what it says up there, but you can click on blog, and then you can click on science, and it will take you to actual scientific studies so that you better understand why you're using these products and what it is they're doing to your body. So I found an article on MetaPWR in our science blog that discussed a clinical study of human adipocytes, which are our fat cells, and it put them through a maturation process. As you expose a fat cell to different stimuli, that cell matures and it accumulates fat droplets into it. That's what happens to us. So exciting results of this study showed that by introducing the MetaPWR blend to those cells, even at very low doses, it inhibited fat from being deposited within some of those human fat cells. So when you combine it with a healthy lifestyle, which is what we really talk about as well, MetaPWR products can help you to look and feel great and actually to look younger. So the first few times I heard about this system, I really needed to do extra reading to understand the differences between each of those products because they all work a little bit differently, and to understand how they impacted my metabolism in different ways. And so I really encourage you to click on some of these products. If you are like, I don't know what MetaPWR blend means, click on that bottle or that product name or type it into the search bar, and you will learn as much as you need to know to help you to be a better user of these products. And be creative. It's not just an oil that you can put in your water, but you can add 1 or 2 drops to a smoothie, add it to a cup of yogurt to amp up that flavor in the morning. If you like a nice warm tea, or maybe you prefer an iced tea, you can add this blend to it, because the oils that are in here, you'll not only get citrus flavors from lemon and grapefruit, but the freshness of peppermint and a little bit of spice from cinnamon and ginger, which we know from other Zooms that we've done, how much they can impact our health. Cinnamon is so great for our cardiovascular health, and digestion is one that I reach for ginger for. So there's so much packed into this MetaPWR oil that it reminded me, when I get up in the morning, I usually have a glass of warm water with lemon in it. And I started switching this week and putting my MetaPWR oil in it, because, and it's just a more robust flavor for that water as I try to rehydrate after the night. So this blend is part of the, as I said, part of the MetaPWR system. In the 5 ml size, it is free this month when you process your loyalty order with 125 PV by Monday the 15th. Which led me to another thing. Yesterday, as I was unpacking my loyalty box, which I already got, I was thinking, and sometimes I'm really frustrated when people say to me, oh, I can't do that monthly order. I don't use that many oils, or I don't need any more oils, or I possibly can't hit that 125. I kind of chuckled as I was unpacking my box, because I have very few oils in this month's box. What I had was things like On Guard laundry detergent. I had the soap refill for my hand wash. We all have hand wash beside every sink in our house. Why not make it something that is clean and non-toxic? Eddie loves the Midnight Forest soap bars, which were special at Christmas, and I didn't check this morning. I think they're still available, but if you look under the holiday things, you can probably still get those. We brush our teeth, and many of us use a mouth rinse. So I use the On Guard mouthwash. Every month, one of those comes in my box. I take calcium for my bones, and I prefer to use doTERRA's calcium and bone supplement. So that is a regular in my box. Again, back to soaps and things, body washes. We love this refreshing body wash in the shower as well. And I'm all about comfort. So I'm either using the Deep Blue stick or Deep Blue rub pretty often. And then I add copaiba to it to help really boost that comfort level. So you can see it's not just oils that I'm putting in my box. It's things for the entire house. It's things for my body and for our family. I can go on and on and on. And I want you to remind you as well, because I almost did this month. doTERRA has gotten rid of things like bubble wrap and stuff, and they're using more eco-conscious wrapping. When you come across all of this paper wrapping, unwrap it all, or you might accidentally throw away an oil. So your oils are going to come all wrapped up in paper. Don't miss those and throw them out with the box. So enough about the loyalty order. I want to shift gears a little bit to another promo this month. Some of you may be aware that in previous months, our new wholesale customers and our wellness advocates received a really wonderful gift. They would get a free Pebble diffuser with their first enrollment order of 150 PV or more. That promo is now over, but it's been replaced with another incredible freebie. So now when you help your friend or family member to get their own wholesale account and they hit that 150 PV on that initial order, they will get the bubble diffuser. This is the best. It's actually a motion detected is how it works. So rather than diffusing through the air all the time, it detects motion. If you walk into a room, I've got one in a hallway, and I love it because I will see a little spurts of whatever essential oil I've got in that diffuser at the time. So it's motion activated, and then it hibernates for a number of minutes. So if you're very active in a room, it's not going to keep going constantly. It will hibernate, and then it will put out some of those little puffs again. And you can set it on either normal or high. And so that's what those little puffs of your essential oil are going to look like when you set that. If you want it going more often, you can set it on high. If you want to just set it for kind of a normal setting, you can plug it right into, I've got it plugged into my computer for charging with a USB port, but then you can unplug it and take it wherever you want to around the house. So what a great time to refer your friends and share the opportunity for using our really pure, high quality essential oils. Now, our website states that this is a new promo starting January 1, and they anticipate that it will change at some point. So my guess is that when their supply of bubble diffusers is depleted, they will change this. So don't wait too long if you really want to help somebody to get this free diffuser along with wholesale pricing. It's another great promo for this month. Now for my DIY this month, I used our MetaPWR blend and I made a MetaPWR massage oil. Perfect for relaxing muscles and also for healthy circulation. So in a 10 ml size bottle, I just added 5 drops of the MetaPWR blend and 4 drops of Douglas fir, which is also really lovely for tension and for just generally massage. And then fill it the rest of the way with your carrier oil, either your fractionated coconut oil. I sometimes use sweet almond oil. So whatever you like for your carrier oil in this is going to be great. Roll it on, rub it into your shoulders, anywhere, any area of your back that is tense or tight. I love doing this as part of my bedtime routine, but you might appreciate it earlier in the day if you're having a really busy, crazy day. So that's what I've got for January, but I know there's lots more that we want to share with you. So I am going to pass you along to Dr. Marie.
Good morning, everybody. Sandy, thank you so much. And I love that you have sunny citrus in that diffuser today. Perfect diffuser on a day like today. So welcome again. So I'm going to be talking about one of the oils that Sandy mentioned, which is ginger. And it's definitely one of my favorites. And ginger, as far as accessibility, it's been around in our grocery stores for quite a while. A lot of Asian markets and things like that, they have it cooking. And back in the day, like in the 14th century, ginger, to get ginger root, which is where we get the distillation from, was as expensive as a sheep or other livestock. So we now know the importance of it because of some of the historical data and the treatments of different ailments. And again, I don't know how many people get it at the grocery store as well and cook with it. I love ginger in a lot that I do. And later today, I'll post on the holistic post the golden milk, which we put ginger oil, and again, some of the oils that Sandy talked about, and the cinnamon, cardiovascular, just great properties that we have. But ginger, you know, as far as cooking, which I use a lot, you think of it at Christmas for like ginger snaps or gingerbread, and it kind of evokes that warm feeling of the Christmas time that we just passed, but certainly can use that yummy coziness today too on this day. For the most potent side of it, when we look at it from a health perspective, it has gingerol in it, which is one of the chemical constituents, and it has really powerful anti-inflammatory properties as well as other health benefits. One of the great things when I think of it, and there seems to be this little gastro thing going around, it's excellent for nausea. So digestion, little belly kind of distress that we have going on. Menstrual disorders. I know it's one of my grandkids. It's one of the go-tos that she uses during that particular time of her cycle. Respiratory conditions, and I mentioned anti-inflammatory. So, chronic pain with joints and things like that. And there's been quite a few studies on it for that. And it's, known on a more of an emotional level. It brings out feelings of courageousness and self-assurance. So it's known as the oil of empowerment. I know some people on these Zoom calls love to hear that side of it. I didn't know that it was considered one of the oils of empowerment, and that always kind of feels good. So kind of like the super 7 uses that I love for ginger is morning sickness and nausea. Ginger, we know it's been effective for that. You can put 1 or 2 drops into a glass of water, or some people, if they don't like the taste of it, use our capsules. You can get 160 capsules for $4 when you do your loyalty order. So I always have capsules in my house. I know some people like Roxanne, she just puts her oils in a shot glass and goes right down. I am not that courageous. So kudos to her, but I keep the capsules just for something like that. It also is really known for promoting digestion. So it's one of the best natural remedies for colic. I had somebody the other day that came in to buy milk and their newborn baby has colic. I said, put it a little in your drop of your hand, rub it with some fractionated coconut oil on the belly of the baby, and also massage the bottom of the foot. If you know reflexology, where the stomach and the intestines is in, do that. And then how soothing to the baby to have a little massage at the same time, which is also pretty awesome. So, and also there has been some research done in the aid of healing infections. It's been a broad spectrum for fighting infections, for bacterial issues, food poisoning, things like that. And again, you do the same thing. Put it in water, rub it on your stomach. And again, if you don't like the taste of it, just put it in your capsules. Ginger's also helpful to put in, break down mucus. There seems to be a lot of congestion and respiratory things going on right now. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about mucus. The ginger will absolutely aid in breaking that down. So good for coughs, for asthma, bronchitis. And I am huge on recommending the sinus balm for people. And they go, oh my gosh, that works so great. And if you like the ginger and that helps you, add that to that. There's no harm in that. Or just put it in for those of you that are green tea drinkers. I love a drop of ginger in green tea. And speaking of that, a drop in like a pineapple smoothie after recovery, because of the anti-inflammatory properties. Excellent to put a drop or 2 of ginger in that. And also it will help for a muscular recovery as well. Which brings me to reducing inflammation, joint pain, muscle aches. Some people have used it for migraines and different headaches. Again, put it in your capsule, put it in tea, rub it on those affected areas. Ginger also has been known to relieve anxiety. The warming quality of ginger oil aromatically, I like it in a combination myself personally, but you can add it to a diffuser or even a warm bath. Today's a perfect day for a warm bath too. So it's such a diverse oil. And Sandy, I loved when you talked about what you came in the box, because I have people that say that too. So many products. I just shift my shopping. But this ginger is one that I think everybody is going to want to definitely have in their house. And there has been some research, and anybody that ever wants to know the links to some of my research, I'm happy to share them. But I know Joy and my daughter Joy, talk about it in the effectiveness of treating muscle recovery, joint pain, and things like that. And she just told somebody the other day, actually, to put it in an Epsom salts tub. So those of you that go to the gym or swimming like Roxanne, I think it's a great thing. So from a holistic perspective of the body, from the stomach to the joints to inflammation, we all know that inflammation is the beginning of some of our problems, no matter where it is, whether it's in our gums or, belly or brain, that we want to be making sure that we're taking a look at that. So I believe that ginger is 10% off this month. Roxanne always covers me on that. So if you haven't put your loyalty order in yet, I really suggest, just for all the magnificent properties that ginger has. If nothing else, for digestive issues, game changer. For kids in the car that get motion sickness, we always have those in our car. Just sniff some ginger oil for motion sickness. Just about, our experiences, and my grandson in particular takes it right away. So I really highly suggest that people get it into your order. The other thing I want to talk about today is detoxing. So I know so many people that are doing the cleanse right now, and I have that coming. My husband and I do it every spring, and I've been helping people get that going. And in the winter, when we're a little more sluggish and we're sitting around a little bit, I think it's a good time to start thinking about that, just to keep our system moving and our lymphatics and things like that. If you talk about detoxing, a lot of people think, oh my gosh, it's this great big deal that you got to change how you eat and all of this. Well, if you do the doTERRA cleanse, you don't have to change how you eat. But my experience is, when I'm detoxing and cleansing, that if I have any cravings, it just takes them away. It's amazing, because it puts your body back in balance. And the more that we see the importance of detoxification, it's, just becomes part of your own healthy lifestyle. And I think if we don't do it, then we see accumulated waste through inflammation in different parts of our body. So there's 5 organs that help with this process: the liver, the colon, the kidneys, the lungs, and skin. So any of us that don't think that detoxing might be important, all you have to do is think about the importance of those organs. And to me, it would get me thinking about why it's so important for me to do that. And I think the most important one, if I had to choose one, would be the liver, because of its ability to transform waste products. And I know during the holidays, I ate off of how I usually eat a little bit, and I could totally feel the inflammation in my body. And just by what I was craving, I knew that my microbiome was totally off, because I was craving like a little more sweet or something like that, which I never do, So in the century that we're living in, also, we have to think about what's coming in from the outside. And Sandy showed us some really good products that you use around your house. So the environmental, the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, has an inventory of over 86,000 man-made chemicals, which in previous centuries, we didn't have to deal with at all. So we wonder why we look at, different processes in the body that are going on nowadays for people, and the sicknesses and illnesses. Can you imagine? 86,000. And we aren't even aware of them. And they're probably around us every single day. again, another reason to detox. So we have to make sure that we're drinking plenty of water. I like to start my day. Well, I start it with coffee, to be honest, but then I go right to lemon water. I like to drink 40 ounces of lemon water before noontime. And then in the afternoon, I might switch to lime or another oil, you know, because I know that's helping. One of the things that I love about doTERRA's lemon oil, it's pH neutral. So it's not going to change your gut flora from alkalinity or acidity, and it doesn't take the enamel off your teeth, which is pretty amazing. So there's so many different things. So in a nutshell, if you're using plastic water bottles, swap them out to glass or stainless steel, because we know that the plastics have different chemicals in it that we don't want. Look at the Dirty Dozen. We could have a whole webinar on what the Dirty Dozen are, or the Clean 15, things like that. Look at avoiding endocrine disrupting chemicals in personal care products. Makeup is huge. I know Kat on our team here is involved with that crunchy makeup. That's excellent makeup. Think of how much we're putting on in our bodies. Again, detox, detox, detox. What's under your cabinets? Let's see. Processed sugar. That's a big one. Roxanne has done so great with that. I'm so proud of her. But everything that we're putting in our body, it's got to come out somewhere, whether we're ingesting it or breathing it in, you know? So I really like to think this time of year about nutrient dense greens like watercress, kale. We're eating kale, you know, 2 or 3 times a week at least. Also known for reducing inflammation. The greens, the doTERRA greens, what a powerhouse for your smoothie. Artichokes, I talked about lemons, can't talk about lemons enough, you know? So there's enough information available between the products that doTERRA has been so helpful for us and looking at the research behind it to help us detox. But we ultimately are the ones that are responsible for putting things into our mouth, on our body, or what we're cleaning with. And I just read a study a few weeks back that I believe it was lung cancer in women is on the increase. And when you think about, you know, I don't mean to be sexist in this, but women tend to do a lot of the house cleaning in their house. So they're the ones breathing in these fumes of when they're using cleaning products. So go to what doTERRA has. I love their On Guard concentrate for cleaning, and the soap and the dishwasher. I don't have a dishwasher. These are mine. But Sandy, you talked about the laundry soap as well, too. But anyways, can't thank this company enough. Can't thank all of you for caring about your health, your family, your friends, and this and that. So I hope a little bit of ginger will help keep your belly calm, and this will motivate you to think about what you're putting in and on, and look forward to starting a good, healthy detox for your family as well. Blessings to you all. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Marie, so much for all that information. As always, you are a wealth of information. And I know a couple of things I want to just touch on before I forget them. The Midnight Forest bath bars are still available. So if you want those calming, relaxing, grounding bath bars for your bathroom situation, place your order before they're sold out. And in terms of the sugar and the detoxing, that is when I stopped using refined sugar completely 9 years ago, when I did my first doTERRA cleanse detox. Because I was feeling so good after the first 4 initial days, which were a little bit rough, but I felt so much better than my sugarholic previous days that I wanted to keep that up. And so that's what motivates me to keep refined sugar away from these lips. And everywhere you go, it's there. It's in every commercial salad dressing. I swear to God, I haven't found one yet that didn't have any. So that's why I make my own salad dressings. But now I do want to switch gears a little bit. Thank you so much for that detoxing piece. And the ginger, by the way, I am hard proof that you never want to put ginger directly into your mouth, because during the end of my first doTERRA convention, I ate something bad. I didn't know it at the time, wasn't figured out for a couple of days, but I ate something very bad and proceeded to start upchucking everywhere. And even in my red-eye flight back to Boston. So before I boarded the plane, though, my friend that I met at the convention said, "Do you have any ginger?" And I said, "No, I don't." I was a brand new member, basically. So she said, "Well, here." And she handed it to me. And foolishly, I knew nothing about it. I didn't know it. So I just tipped my head back and put some on my tongue. Oh my God, it's so hot. I felt like my mouth was completely on fire. So I ran into the bathroom, splashed water in my mouth, which again was the wrong thing to do. So I'm a good example of what not to do with ginger oil, but I do use ginger oil every day. It's part of one of my blends I'm trying to be compliant here. The problem I get when I sit too long, or I've torqued my low back strangely, and it'll shoot down the outside of my hip, you know, that kind of weird discomfort. The ginger is part of my solution to that, and it keeps it away as long as I'm staying up on it proactively. Okay, now we're going to switch gears. If you want to send any of your friends or family, or if you want a nice refresher on the basics of oil use, safety, sourcing, and more, you can join my Natural Solutions Facebook workshop. It's a free workshop on Roxanne Wheeler Wellness Village page, Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next few weeks. And I will, once it's done, I will share it to our family Facebook page, just so you'll have easy access to it. And you'll be able to click on it at any time and just run it. It'll be less than an hour. And if you use your refer a friend link with any of your people as they're learning, you both win. They save the $35 membership fee to get started with their own wholesale account for a year, and you will get rebated 20% of their initial order in doTERRA bucks on your account as a credit. And your enroller, whoever enrolled you, then gets to support them. It's not on your shoulders. You've done your part by sharing your link, but your enroller then gets to support them with good education, such as this fun Zoom each month for starters. And there's plenty of education out there. Otherwise, your doTERRA bucks are good towards your total order cost, including tax, shipping, new products, and partial payment on products. That actually makes the doTERRA bucks even more valuable and flexible than our reward points. Look for them in your credits on your shopping bag. Just click to use them, and it comes right off the bottom line cost. Yay. What savings we can get, right? And those of us who do clip coupons, these doTERRA bucks are nice little coupons, and they're not penny coupons. They're dollar coupons, depending on the size of your friend's order. So look for that little credit rectangle at the top of your shopping bag, and always double check that, because you want to use it, okay? And it doesn't hurt your PV or anything. So if you go to guide 1, post 3 of Roxanne's doTERRA family page, all the details of LRP are spelled out. Getting rebates of 30% each order I place of 50 PV or more definitely keeps me at below wholesale pricing for my daily necessities of cleaners, supplements, skin, hair, and oral care. And I love to maximize savings. When Sandy said she looked at her box and saw it was mostly non-oil items, that has become pretty standard for me now. Between my supplements, my husband and I are both on the probiotics. We're both on the lifelong vitality. You know, I'm not, and he uses the mouthwash like it's going out of style. And he uses the moisturizing bath bars. And with my skincare and hair care and the toothpaste, of course, it's easy enough to get that 125 to access that free product every month. So that's another reason I love the Loyalty Rewards program, also lovingly called the LRP. And of course, in the family page, each month I do LRP love giveaways 3 times every month. So the first one is on the 16th of the month. The second one is on the 21st, and the third one is on the 29th. And they each have different qualifications for them. But you do have to be an LRP to get access to those giveaways. So check that out every month. There's a special post near the top. It's kind of flagged for easy access. Now, another thing that I'm going to talk to you about right now is something that to me is super important, and I'm going to need your help to spread the word on this. If somebody has not purchased doTERRA in at least a year, that means they are inactive. If they came into doTERRA as a wholesale customer, their account stays forever. They can reactivate it at any time by placing an order. Well, this month, reactivation has very special bonuses. And so there's a couple different ways that reactivators or new enrollees can get extra bonuses. And it's through the Reclaim Your Health program that started last fall, and I registered to do them every Wednesday this month. And so I can literally give people a promo code if somebody is getting started with doTERRA or reactivating after a year of no orders and wants, like, the reactivation. Why it's so special this month is there's so many options for reactivation, and they can all involve getting your renewal fee refunded within 10 days. How good is that, right? The $25 that we always spend once a year to renew our account will get refunded within 10 days for these new reactivators after a year. And but they do need that code if all they want to do is put in a simple order of 50 PV. If they want to put in an order of 100 PV, then the world opens up pretty much. With that code, they could get a bonus intro kit of a small lemon, lavender, and peppermint, which is in a nice box, nice for gifting or having to take on a trip or something like that. And so that is pretty cool with 100 PV with that Reclaim Your Health promo code that I can give people. But doTERRA is doing one even bigger for reactivators who really, really want to maximize their free stuff from doTERRA. If they put in 100 PV this month, they will get their renewal fee refunded within 10 days. If they put in 100 PV on LRP in February, then they will receive 100 bonus reward points in March. That's $100 of free oils, people. You can't beat that. That's a hard thing to turn from. So rewards are used for most products, but do require LRP. So if you want to just order a little and not benefit from LRP, which to me is a huge benefit, I could not turn away from my 30% rebating every month. But the best reactivation option would be through the special promo code I can give you privately if you don't want to do the LRP. And remember, when we renew our accounts, we always get that thank you peppermint. It's a value of $25, right? and we're renewing at a cost of $25. So it's kind of a wash when you think about it. But reactivators will get to keep that thank you peppermint even while getting their renewal fee refunded within 10 business days. So if you're confused about the reactivation piece, reach out to me to figure out your best bet for yourself or for a friend who you've shared this with, okay? To make sure which new ordering suits you best, because we want it to fit what's right for you as well. And I did want to spend a few minutes today just to talk a little bit about the doTERRA Serenity Sleep System. It literally gets down on the cellular level, the epigenetics of the body cells and how they're responding to this natural supplement. And really the system in general, the right kinds of genes turn up that will support restful sleep and the processes that were going on during sleep, and the genes being turned down that would be counter to that. Serenity Stick with valerian is definitely worth trying. And what it adds to your sleep toolbox is huge. Valerian as an herb has long been known to support very, very deep relaxation. And it's used quite a bit in various herbal types of uses, but you don't often see valerian oil. This is something that's fairly new and unique that doTERRA is offering. Valerian oil by itself is very, very earthy. It's in kind of the same vein as a spikenard or vetiver aroma, which not all of us like those aromas, to be honest with you. I don't particularly like them. If I use them in combination with something more pleasant, or I'm applying it directly to my feet where I don't have to smell it, because it really smells like dirt. To me, that's what it smells like. Nothing to spill in this stick delivery system. So this stick delivery approach is really super for travel, which often disrupts our sleep when the body is hearing multiple signals from multiple places. It's like, oh, okay, it's really time to calm down and go to sleep. You know, it's getting the aromatic signals from the oil, and it's getting the topical signals that are coming from the stick, as well as aromatically when we smell it rising off of our skin. So the way I use it, and this is right beside my bed every night, I take my cap off, and it's like a deodorant, and then I rub it onto my forearm like that. And then I rub my forearms together and I'll smell. And then I will tuck myself underneath my bedding, because then I'll get the most bang from that buck too. And in the system, we know the soft gels will give it to us internally. And all of these are really combining to help the body in multiple ways, in several different ways. And what we saw in clinical research with people using the doTERRA Serenity Kit was that these genes that were being turned up were supportive of healthy sleep, of healthy immunity, and of healthy body processes. And the genes that were being turned down were the ones that we would see if you were under high stress. So we're seeing the body reset, and we're seeing all these wonderful positive changes from the people using the doTERRA Serenity Sleep Kit. They did human trials. Now, the kit itself is $66 with a PV of 50. Automatically on your LRP, you'll start earning rewards at 50. Individually, they add up to, if you bought each of the 3 components, and I didn't grab all 3 components, but that would be the bottle of the soft gels, the bottle of the oil, which the oil was never changed. The soft gels, they've added tart cherry to the soft gels, which is a natural melatonin for the body, as opposed to the artificial melatonin you might find at your pharmacy. So those 3 products with the stick, if you buy them individually, they add up to be $84.50 or 72 PV. So it is as if you get the stick free in the kit, which this is your choice, right? And so I did a Facebook Live on Wednesday night about emotional eating. And another friend yesterday mentioned to me that her husband does mindless eating. And of course, that's part of the emotional eating piece. The MetaPWR system is so wonderful to curb that. So how Sandy introduced us today with the MetaPWR products is perfect for anybody who's eating mindlessly, emotionally, or from stress. So you want to tap into those particular tools that you will use the most. I know I have the satiety gum because I like to chew gum sometimes when I'm walking about in the neighborhood, or when I get done my workout, my mouth isn't tasting that great and I'm kind of feeling hungry at that point. I will pop a piece of satiety gum in my mouth and all of a sudden I'm not thinking about eating at all. It works pretty darn quickly. So, or the beadlets. I also have the beadlets in my pocket at any time, which I'm usually popping those during my workout because they also help you with energy. So when we combine any of those products with less intake or delayed eating or snacking, we literally start to develop a habit over time, maybe in as little as 21 days. Wouldn't it be great to get that monkey off our back? I know for myself, since I started using the MetaPWR system, and that was about a year and 2 months ago, I have released 8 pounds of weight without intentionally ever cutting back on my calories. And I'm attributing that to the MetaPWR Assist soft capsules, as well as the MetaPWR Advantage collagen powder. So it's time for us to unmute and to ask our questions or make comments on anything that you've heard or anything else that you might have that you're thinking about today.
Roxanne, I can't believe I forgot to my DIY.
Oh, go ahead and give it to us.
Yeah.
I won't stop the recording until you give it to us.
So it's a lemon ginger scrub. So Roxanne has the recipe, so you'll be getting it. It calls for 1/4 of a cup. I did a 1/2 cup of the turbidose sugar, and then a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. So you'll just add your sugars together. And then our delicious, I have the recipe here, ginger oil. It's 5 drops of ginger oil and 10 drops of lime oil. And then you just put them all in and add a 1/2 cup of fractionated coconut oil, all available in your doTERRA little store there. And then you just mix it all up. And whoever wins this today will also get this darling little scrubby, because when you're thinking about detoxing the skin sloughing off dead cells, this is the perfect little scrub to mix up and use this to detox your body. So just something you can add to the whole detoxification process that we shared today. So I'll be excited to see who gets this scrub. Roxanne will give you the recipe, and these 2 oils together, absolutely delicious. Sorry, I forgot.
Thank you, Marie. I'm glad you remembered that. And I hadn't looked at the chat until you started talking. So that's great. I'm going to stop the recording now so that we can be completely non-compliant. Okay.